Here we have the current stock market update for MicroCloud Hologram Incorporated, stock ticker HOLO. Before we begin, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comment section so that other traders will be able to find this information more easily on the platform. So with this chart analysis, what we're going to do today is we're going to look at some of the price projections that I've seen develop and posted throughout this platform. MicroCloud Hologram has become quite a popular stock on YouTube, and I do find there to be some price projections here that are quite astonishing, to say the least. So what we're going to be doing in this video is we're going to be looking at the longer term time frames. We'll start with the 1 hour time frame here so that we can get a sort of an assessment of what's going on near term. But then we're going to compare that to some of the projections that have been made by other people on this platform. So currently what we're looking at here is a share price movement that has fallen to 23.4 cents. This is a very significant decline from the 76-cent high that was seen previously. Ultimately, this was generated during the August 23rd trading session. And since then, we have seen prices really fall much lower in the process. So this is why I'm surprised when I start to see other people on the platform that have made projections which suggest that share prices in MicroCloud Hologram could move back to $350 per share. I'm going to move out here to the weekly price chart here to sort of get to try to get an idea of why people might actually be making these types of statements. So currently what we're looking at here, now remember the current share price is trading at 23 cents per share. If we go back to the prior highs that were posted during the February 12 trading session, the trading week, I should say, the high from that week came in at $98.40. If we go back in time here, we can see a series of different highs that have developed throughout the process. And if we go back to the initial price high, this first spike high, which was generated during the September 2022, the week of September 19, we can see that share prices did in fact at one point reach $350 per share. So to say that this type of price movement would be impossible, I suppose would be unfair because we have reached this area in the past. I mean, this is the chart history. We can't make up these numbers. This is what the market information tells us, and this is the price level that was reached during the month of September 19th. 2022. So it's not even so far back in history. We're really looking at about 2 years ago. Share prices were reaching this price zone. However, since then, we did see a series of price movements lower, and share prices did ultimately drop quite sharply from that $350 level. During the same week, I should say. Remember, this is a weekly price chart, so each candle on this price chart is going to represent a one full week of trading. 1 week trading period. So we can see that the ultimate highs here during this September 19, 2022 trading session did in fact come in at $350 per share. However, the low for that period, let's get an exact number here. The low for that period came in at $16.10 per share. So we're talking about less than a week here. The share price managed to fall from $350 per share to just above $16 per share. Now, since then, we have seen a few different price movements in the upward direction. And I suppose that if you bought in at $16 per share, you would be quite happy seeing share prices gain into 176.30. However, once again, what we can see here is that the overall share price movement toward these levels was quite short-lived. We're talking about what is this? What would this be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So six weeks here would represent this entire price movement. So we're trading at roughly $23 per share. And remember, we're trading at 23 cents per share at the moment. But when this price movement in the upward direction starts, we're trading right around $23 per share. 3 or 4 weeks later, we see highs of 176.30. But then 3 weeks after that, we see share prices trading right around $25 per share once again. So this is a very extremely short-lived price movement. Since then, what we've seen is a share price activity history here that has shown a series of lower highs here, a succession of lower highs in the process. So yes, it is true that we did trade at $350 per share at some point in the stock's history. However, this suggestion that we're going back to this level again in the future, we have to remember something that, there's a famous saying in the stock market: past performance does not necessarily indicate future results. Could it indicate future results? It's not impossible. So that means it would be possible. However, a movement back into this area seems a bit unlikely in my view, because if we do the math here, we can look at the current share price action coming in at 23.4 cents, and then draw a trend rally back to $350. That would indicate a share price gain of 152,000% from current levels. Okay, let me say that number again, because I think it's probably a bit difficult to believe. I'm not making up this number. These are the real numbers. If we come from current price levels, right around 23 and a half cents per share, and then we extend that price high to roughly $350 per share, what you would be looking at would be a share price gain of over 152,000%. Now, I've been trading the market for a long time. I've never seen a gain of 152,000% in any asset. It probably seems like I'm making up that number. It probably should seem a bit funny because it's so ridiculous. I mean, it doesn't make any sense at all. So now, I mean, is it impossible? Well, I suppose that if something happened in the past, it wouldn't be impossible because it has already occurred. I suppose that would show that it's not impossible. However, what we have to deal with here as traders would be probability. What is the probability that this stock or any asset in the entire market, and we're talking everything here, commodities, stocks, foreign exchange, cryptocurrency, there are a lot of different assets in the market. What is the percentage probability that one of those assets is going to reach share price gains or gains of 152,000%? It's hard for me to even say that number with a straight face. So obviously it's incredibly unlikely. Is it possible? I suppose you could say that it's possible. But when we look at share price levels that continue to trade in the downside direction, continue to trade lower, and then additionally, we're dealing with price spikes that are very short-lived in nature. No real fundamental analysis, which would suggest that share prices would move back to $35, let alone $350. We have to start to understand that a lot of these price projections here are incorrect and that they're probably not going to come true. So here's the current stock market update for MicroCloud Hologram Incorporated, stock ticker HOLO. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market, lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.